Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Sketching Super Fast in Photoshop. We're going to get started straight away with, I think it's going to be a really fun one. I was thinking about doing this one for a while now. I was thinking of maybe going for like a Aurora kind of like picture somewhere in the vast northern gnarliness of Norway maybe, or Canada, wherever you want to go look at them. I haven't seen them yet. It's on my to-do list to go and see them. I'm totally in your screen right now. By the way, I'm on to you. You're watching me. That's okay. I'm going to be over in the corner. I got the timer set for about 15 minutes, which is already taken, so we better get going. I got myself some dark blue. Just going to drop in a little bit of that, and then slowly transitioning over to a smidge of purple. We want our sky to be all kinds of crazy colors and quite vivid on the blue and purple range of things. Something like that. Maybe even slightly brighter. Gonna set the opacity to about 20 for this one. Oh yeah, that's kind of nice. I like this purple over here in the corner. Something like that. Maybe there can be a little bit of slighter bits down here at the bottom, just in case we want. Whoa, that's too much, Pete. Settle down. We need maybe a little bit of reflection here if we want to make this into a lake or something. We'll see what happens. Now, oh no, my Mac is tripping up. Oh, we're back. It's all good. No big deal at all. Now, our layer is still a little bit transparent, so we're just going to duplicate that and then merge the two together just so we make sure that we covered up the entire thing without our background layer shining through. I got these grids, by the way. They're set to like something called the perfect or the golden ratio. They kind of help me with composition and stuff, and it's gonna stay there for a little bit, but I'm gonna take them away soon. Just gonna grab a round brush, just a very basic brush. Just gonna add in a little rolling heel down here at the bottom. Actually, you know what, maybe we should just like flip these around, flip horizontal. And we'll have our rolling hill maybe in this corner. You know what? I'm going to mix up the brush. I used a very standard brush, but we're just going to use a slightly textured brush for this. Oh no, get away, you ruler. Something like that. I like the textured brush a little bit more. Something like that. Cool. Just going to make the brush a little bit smaller. I'm just going to pull up here and there, just to give a little indication of some trees growing maybe over here. Something like that. These can be kind of far away. It doesn't really matter too much. We are going to zoom in a little bit and tighten them up a little bit. Maybe even with a slightly different brush. There's one. And zigzag my way down to paint these trees. Something like that. You know what? Let's just make a huge one, Bob Ross style, like right there. Boom, something like that. That's cool. I like that. That's gonna be our like center branch. Maybe there can be one over there too. Boom. Do want to make those maybe a smidge darker. All the way in the foreground. Why not? Boom. Something like that. Cool. Now I'm going to grab a brush that resembles something of a bit of foliage. Maybe something along these lines. That kind of works. Just going to zigzag my way down. I don't want to give this too much detail. Just let this brush kind of like dance left and right. Bounce it around. Not really paying that much attention as long as it kind of resembles a bit of the pine tree shape. We are all good. Something like that. Because we're going to do something in the background that's going to take away from the attention that's happening here in the foreground. We just want some basic shapes here in the foreground. Doesn't really matter too much what's happening as long as it kind of resembles our basic shape. Maybe there's one over there. Oh yeah. Quick and easy. The lazy way of doing it. Boom. Something like that. There's one. This one's hideous. Saying that about my own tree that I just painted. That's all right. We might cover it up later or something. I don't really know. Not entirely sure this is going just yet, but there's just some trees over here, and that's fine. Boom. Something like that. Cool. Going over to a little bit more in the back here. I'm still working in the same layer, by the way. I'm not entirely sure if that's smart. Maybe if you're going to try and do this at home, which I totally recommend, maybe you should make a new layer for this, but that's good. There's just going to be some trees here in the background. It's all right. We're going to haze them up a little bit later. I love saying that, hazing them up. It's almost like it's a real word, but it's not. I totally made that up. It's okay. You can use it. I am a master of the English language, if I do say so myself. I make up words all the time. That's the definition of being a master of the English language. You get to make stuff up. I make stuff up all the time, like sound, noises, words, and I say swoosh and boom all the time. It's fun that way. So we got our forest over here. That's going to continue all the way over here, maybe over on the right. Oh, that's a crooked tree right there. I want a different brush. I've had it with this one. Let's mix it up. Let's use this brush. See what this does. Ooh, this one's like nice and pointy. Boom. Yeah. Mix it up a little bit. Have a slightly different style over here on the right. Adds to the variety of things. Woohoo! Boom. All right. So we got our basic forest set up. Maybe there can be like a couple more spiky things over here. But we're going to leave this for now. I'm just going to grab a hazy looking brush. Or a messy kind of brush. Maybe something like this. Just going to grab that color from the background. Set the opacity to about 20%. And just here and there, I'm just going to smudge up and haze up some of these trees that we just put in. That creates a little bit of mysticism right there. It's almost as if they're getting highlight, but they're not really. They're just kind of like getting this foggy, hazy kind of look. That's totally fine. And then on top of that, we're going to grab a different brush, but with darker color. I want this to be slightly more textured. What is this? Is this all right? It kind of works. Brush with a bit of texture, and just with that dark color, we're going to go over one more time. And then all these leafy things just kind of fall off your brush. They kind of appear out of nowhere. Just going to make this a little bit darker too. Whoa, those are hard to see, but that's fine. Boom. Righto. So we got our basic setup complete. How does that look? Looks all right to me. Now for something in the sky, I wanted this to be like a aurora kind of picture. So we're just going to grab a super bright blue greenish color. Something like that. Going to set the opacity to 80%. Do I have the right brush? How does this look like? No, I don't want that one. We want a different brush. I want it to be soft but pointy. Soft but pointy. What about this one? Nah, not really. What about this one? Nah, not really. It's pretty important to find the right kind of brush here. Maybe this will do. Set the opacity to about 20%. Let's just try it. See what this turns into. I'll make it a little bit more green. Now you're gonna be wondering, like, what is he up to? Where is this going? Well, you'll see soon enough, my friend. You will see soon enough. Gonna grab a little bit of pink here. Just mix that in. Whoop-pow. Maybe over here it's more pinkish. And over there. Boom. Now I'm going to change the brush setting to probably linear dodge. See what that does. Definitely want to go back into our greenish colors. Green, bluish. Oh yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Just here and there, dropping in this color. Alright, this is going to be our Aurora, but it looks terrible. It looks like someone just like went to kindergarten and put some colors on a piece of paper. But we've got our old smudgy, trusty smudge tool. And we're just going to use that smudge tool to basically grab everything that we just put on I'm just gonna smear it out and blend it all together, and making sure that all of these brush strokes that we put in earlier are gonna be no longer recognizable just by the amount of blur that I'm putting onto this thing. I got the strength set to 20 at the moment. I made it fairly big. My laptop is struggling to keep up. Struggling lots to keep up. But eventually this is gonna look really cool. Once my computer has done all the number crunching and doesn't trip up on me. Is it tripping up on me? Slightly tripping up on me. That's okay. We'll give it lots of patience. I might fast forward this bit a little bit. Is that okay? Can I? I'm gonna set the strength probably to 50 soon. 50%. Are we there? Come on, laptop. Oh yeah, here we go. Boom. And I'm just keeping it going. Oh, 50% is way better. Look at all of these swirls just popping off your screen. Does that look like Northern Lights yet? Because I'm pretty sure it does. Whoop whoop. And you can just keep on smudging as much or as little as you like. The further you smudge, the softer it becomes. And you can reshape it, do it all over again if you want to. You can move all of this color left and right, up and down, in arcs, not in arcs, whatever you want to do with it. Maybe I want a swirl over here. Can we do a swirl? Yeah, of course we can do a swirl. Whoa, that's too much maybe. Settle down, Pete. Yeah. Boom, something like that. I kind of like these swirls at the bottom. Boom. Let's go nuts. Let's go nuts. It's kind of turning a little bit spooky, to be honest. Spooky Northern Lights. Is that even a thing? You reckon spooky or Northern Lights are spooky? Maybe they can be. I've never seen them in real life. So someone, if you've seen Northern Lights for real in the wild, maybe you're on holiday, maybe you're from Norway, maybe you're like from a Viking from the far north. Comment on this video. Let me know whether Northern Lights can be spooky or not. I'm kind of curious. Righto, so we got, is this the shape I want? We're kind of running out of time, so I guess this is the shape I want. I'm just gonna maybe quickly mess around with layer type, see if this makes, whoa! See if this makes any difference. Definitely makes a difference, just not sure whether I like it or not. Normal is fine, but I guess maybe we can up the saturation a little bit to make them pop a little bit more. Whoa, yes, for sure. And I'm just gonna go in with a bit of an eraser, set the opacity to about 20%. Just gonna maybe erase some of it just so some bits pop more than others. Something like that. Create a little bit of variation in the intensity of the various streaks. Yes, that's good. And now I'm just gonna double up on this layer, duplicate it. Whoa, that is bright. And now I'm gonna mess around with the layer type again. Wow, is this something we want? Ooh, that is intense. That is super intense. I do like the brightness though. Check that out. That is really cool. Yeah, we're gonna leave it like that. Hard light, why not? Boom. And now I'm gonna grab myself a very cloudy looking brush. Where's my cloudy looking brush at? Something like this. I'm just gonna grab some of this bright green, set the opacity to about 20%, set my brush type to normal again. I'm just gonna go in, maybe even 10% is enough. Just gonna add a little bit of greenish glow here at the bottom, as if there's kind of like, the glow is kind of like reflected on the horizon, something like that. Oh no, we want that to be dark. Same with a little bit of bright purple over here. And maybe we can even add in another layer where we grab all of our colors, just smear them on wherever, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter too much at all. Just gonna drop them in somewhere. Hey, I just heard my timer go off. That means 15 minutes have passed. I'm just gonna mess around with layer type here. See if this does anything for us, anything we want at all. This is something we want. Nah, I think it's fine. Anyways, that's gonna be, actually, no, I was just about to wrap it up, but we're not gonna wrap it up. What I definitely want is just a couple of floaty, shimmery, dusty things over in the foreground. Maybe there's like some fireflies flying around or something. Let's see, do we have any perfectly circular dotty style brushes going? No, not really. Just gonna grab this brush, set the opacity to about 20%. Just gonna grab a little bit of this greenish color, and maybe right there, maybe right there, maybe right there, maybe right there, maybe right there. Well, that's a big one. Maybe that's too big. Maybe a couple of small ones here. Just a couple of dusty things floating around here. I'm doing this with my ClickPad on my actual laptop, just because it's a little bit easier that way to get the full velocity or like intensity of the click. Just gonna swap over to a linear dodge brush type. Just gonna add in a lighter dot within our dots that we just put in slightly bluish color. Cool. And now the trick is going to be to maybe mess around with layer opacity a little bit. I quite like that. I kind of like little majestic bubbles. And then we're going to go over to filter. Let's blur this stuff up. I almost said the S word there, but I didn't. Whoops. Maybe not that much blur, just a smidge of blur. Oh, yeah, that's about right. And then I'm just gonna grab the eraser, set the opacity to about 20%. Just fake these ones that are a little bit too prominent in the sky. Yep. I like these ones at the very bottom, they're cool. Something like that. And then last but not least, grab our smudge tool, maybe smudge up some of these that are a little bit too prominent at the top. And maybe these can be like little firefly things floating around, having a good time. And that is going to be our painting for today. Hope you all had a good time. If you learned something new, be sure to let me know in the comments what your favorite trick was. What did you learn new on this episode? And if you have any requests, you can ask them in the comments too. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of these videos. You can even click the bell icon if you want to get a little buzz when I upload something. And then we will catch you on the next episode. Also, don't forget to check out my mini acrylic paintings video. There's one in specific where you can actually win one of my paintings. Winners will be announced on Friday, which is about 3 days from now. So be sure to sign up for that, and then we will catch you on the next episode. See you later, y'all. Have an awesome day.